Yeah, nothing really crazy. Just trying to stay down before vacation.
Yeah, what was crazy how I pulled up on y'all motherfucking ass that bowling league, boy.
Yeah, man. Perry
I pulled
came
up.
through.
Yeah, I pulled up to the bowling league. Evan team was they was playing against a team that was missing a dude. So I was like, fuck it, I'll step in. Boy, y'all shouldn't have had me step in, boy.
Yeah, Perry was actually bodying that shit.
He said they that's y'all first loss? Yeah. Damn, I'm sorry I had to do it to you.
Not you playing for the ops, bro.
Started off terrible.
Yeah, I did. I started off terrible.
And then it was just
boom, boom.
And they were like a few lanes down from me, so I had to keep going over there and like checking it out. But then I was like, "Damn, Perry, I didn't know you were gonna come through and do it like that, bro."
Yeah, I almost threw a turkey. That was close. I forgot that I was one pin away from the turkey, man.
Did you guys know that there's other terms after turkey? I didn't know that shit
I didn't
until
know what's after turkey.
I can't remember all of them. It's like something, and then there's like a badger.
A badger,
but it's like several
animals.
No, it's like several strikes.
Yeah.
Like, so the turkey is 3.
It's like on Halo.
You can get 4,
like killing
and you
spree.
can get 5, and they're like, but they have terms for those.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm not that good.
It's like on Halo, you got double kill, triple kill, killing frenzy, killing spree. You feel me? No, but low to the earth. A lot of niggas don't know. My mama ex-husband used to be like a pro bowler for real. He used to go like to all the tournaments, travel and go to tournaments and shit. So like when I was a little kid, he was trying to like make me into a bowler for real. He bought me a ball and shit. He had little shoes and shit.
Big Lebowski.
Used to have me at the bowling alley.
Twinkle toes.
With my mama, that's like I was like, I had to be like 11 or 12. I had to be a bowling alley with my mama on my Game Boy. Like, can we go home? I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. Like for a little kid, I'm tired. I'm tired of being here. I'm the only kid. Wasn't running around the bowling league and shit. But yeah, that's how I got my bowling roots. I'll tell you, like when me and one of these shorties first started talking, we was at the Beetle, and I hopped on the pool table, and she was like, I mean, I know that you pretty metrosexual, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but like whenever some like manly like sub sport come up, you be on this shit. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm on it. I mean, I might moisturize my hands, but I get down when it come down to, you know what I'm saying, like pool, bowling.
I'm gonna let you have that, bro.
Blackjack.
You always say this. You're literally like the least metrosexual dude that I fucking know, bro. Like, you have like little things that are just simple self-care, but it's not even feminine. Bro, you don't even get your, like, if you were getting your nails manicured, then we would talk.
I mean, it's only because I bite them. If I didn't bite my nails, I would.
But it's just, it's whatever.
Put a
you
clear
got
coat
it.
on them.
But you're not metrosexual.
I used to try to put a clear coat on them.
Anyway, fake ass pimping shit out of here, boy. Yeah,
but I'm trying to think. Yeah, other than that, I've been pretty low. Just working on the album. Like I said last week, man. Stay tuned. February 24th, Elephant in the Room, Message in the Bottle. Me, J.A. Grams, Icken Grams. We dropping that. The show is our album release show gonna be an empty bottle. That same day, February 24th. So pull up. It's free.
It's free.
Come hang out with us, man. We're gonna have merch. Roy Kenzie and Prophet are opening up for us. If you ever seen them before, you know how they get down. So we're gonna have a good time, man.
Hell yeah. February is locked and loaded, man.
Why we still talking about the day before that, February 23rd? It's the Levi's event with Amatic Logan. So pull up for that shit. That's another free thing, but you have to RSVP. Special discounts for everybody to come. Food by Dante's Pizza, Revolution Brewery. Gonna have drinks there for y'all, man. Like I said, nice little discount. So pull up to the Levi's store in Wicker for that. That's gonna be fire. You ever seen Logan? You know how Logan give it up for real.
Absolutely.
He reposted that freestyle he did for us a couple years back. I just looked at my phone. It was going nuts. I'm like, damn, how come when I post shit, you don't be doing that? As soon as Logan put the post in his story, it started jumping for real.
Yeah, man. I was going to run back and like put that in the story, but I also want to have respect for the artist too, because I know Logan's in a different space now. So I was like, I don't know if that's like representing old Logan. Like when I promoted it on our story, I used like the one from
From his
the
show?
Paradox
Yeah.
show that we went to, because I thought that was the closest. But he's definitely changing up his sound, and I love the metamorphosis. So shout out to him too.
And that shit was fun as hell when we went to his last show.
Yeah,
Like,
it
what was
really
that? That
was.
Shoe Boost. Yeah, that shit was fire.
Hell
And then going backwards, we just gonna keep going. February 15th, our brothers in Sensory Impact, Nady Jax, my boy Julian. They first show is gonna be at Archer Ballroom. We putting it on Face Value Presents. You know what I'm saying? Our homies in Coronary are dropping their album, so it's gonna be their album release. So definitely pull up for that. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yes, Pious.
And then last thing, Beats and Brawl. Beats and Brawl, February 8th. Me and J.A. Grims, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a night to remember. Like we said last week, I'm all on the turnbuckles. You feel me? Like
A wrestling extravaganza.
yeah, if you ain't never been to a wrestling match before, they are actually fun as hell for real. And they got a decent lineup of matches after the performances. So yeah, pull up, y'all.
Hell yeah. Black History Month in full effect, literally
You
tomorrow.
know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, but dude, didn't January suck, bro? I feel like January, like, so excited about 2025, but I feel like January has been such a weird space for everybody. Like, it's
Shit.
just, and I know everything's not gonna be cool all the time. I just feel like there's been a lot of things going on
Yeah.
that we're like forced to see and observe happening.
Well, within the world, yeah. Me personally, I just been chilling for real because I already knew February was gonna be crazy. So I was like, look, I'm just gonna chill through January. But like the world,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, yo. Cat Williams already said it, man.
And I'm sure our Chicago listeners know ICE is out here.
Yeah, they out, boy.
And that's fucking crazy because just like Jimmy said, Chicago has been known to be a safe zone. And for
Yeah.
it to be so intense that they're out here like that, like, it just seems so sad to
Yeah.
like just come through and like just rip somebody away. I was talking about this last night. I can't really, and people can like, make fun of me for this, but I can't really understand why the whole immigration situation is such a big fucking deal, because I still feel like, eventually or at some point they're paying some kind of taxes. And I feel like it's just another person to like,
I mean, it's,
get like, money from.
It's
you know?
racism. That's literally comes down to that. I've definitely criticized our mayor, Brandon Johnson, a lot, but I do like how he came out and said that the city is not with that shit for real. Like, that's on federal shit. Like, he can't stop it, but he just said that he not with that shit for real. And he was like, so when refugees from European countries come here, y'all ain't said nothing for real. It's because like Chicago's a big hub for that shit too, for European immigrants to come. When ain't nobody batted the eye. But when indigenous people that's actually from these lands come over here, now y'all got a problem for real.
Yeah.
And that's literally what it is. I remember us talking. Me and Babe, we always have emotional talks when we get drunk after the podcast. And we was talking about like racism, man. I was like, look, our shit is getting over the slavery, the civil rights and shit. Like, that's our shit. It hit us harder. But I'm like, everybody got some kind of shit like that for real. You know what I'm saying? I told you, I was like, yo, the like Latino motherfuckers, they literally trying to round them up, take their cousins and nephews and, you know what I'm saying? Uncles, aunties, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But forcefully, yo, I didn't see in videos, them niggas just going in niggas' houses and shit.
Yeah, it's
they
really
walking around like they Call of Duty in this motherfucker for real.
Yeah, it's really sad. Definitely gonna drop some informational shit on our little slide thing or whatever, just to like, for anybody, you know what I'm saying? People repost that shit, but it's really helpful for like people who are around our age and shit to just be in the know, because they literally can just come in on some like Patriot Act type shit and just come through.
On my soul, for real. Like, by my crib, I live in a really Mexican neighborhood, and like by my crib, there's this gas station that like I could just tell that like the homies be up there waiting on the bus to take them to some kind of factory. They be sitting out there with they lunch boxes and shit. Like in the morning time when I'm going to work, and then when I get off, I can see them all and they be drinking on the corner and shit like that. Like the bus just dropped them off and shit. Boy, them niggas is outside. Boy, Ice and them was on the corner. I'm like, how they even know
That's fucking
this fast?
crazy.
I'm like, how
That's
they even
so
figure
sad.
out that this where they be at this fast for real?
Yeah, man. Inside.
Somebody snitching.
Yes,
That's what I
exactly.
say. Somebody out
Inside
here snitching
intelligence,
for real. It ain't
like-
me. I ain't for it for real, because
Yeah.
I believe that's what our country is founded on. Our country is founded on people coming here to start a better life and shit. And like I understand that there's legal ways, things that you have to do, but
Not everyone has those resources.
not everybody had those resources, but like not everybody had it, but it's not to say that's not somewhere on their list to get it done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like yeah, everybody get the resources, but I'm talking about the time and the money and shit. Like you said, I mean, I guess to me it's the resources, but like that's not to say that motherfuckers not finna do it for
right.
real.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
And even if they not out, and even if they wasn't planning on doing it, I'm not upset with putting pressure on them to do it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. For real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset if y'all put some pressure on them. Say, look, if y'all get this done by the end of the year, you know what time it is. And then at that point, you had a year. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But just for this nigga to get elected 2 weeks ago, and then a couple months ago, nigga get in office 2 weeks ago, and then they already outside with bulletproof vests and shit on, going in people's crib, assaulting people, throwing them like that shit crazy. Kids, that shit crazy, bro. I ain't with it.
Yeah, man. And then no one's talking about the kids in cages type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's relative. They just give you a new thing to be distracted by every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Make sure that y'all take care of yourselves and each other for real. Like,
on my soul, for real.
All we got is each other type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because things are going to happen regardless of what we say. But, like, all we have is each other. Like,
yeah, my cousin said my cousin worked at an Amazon warehouse. He said they came in the warehouse.
That's so ugly, dude. And I just think about all the service jobs that I've had. I just know back of house and what it looks like. Like, if you, in Chicago, if you've had a job in the service industry, you just know what it is back of house. And like how scary that shit is. Like, these motherfuckers are sending money back to their families. If they get caught up in that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to communicate with your you know what I mean? And who's going to come save you? Like, all of your people are over there.
Yeah.
What a scary thing, man.
Yeah,
but we
crazy.
move, man. We move.
Yeah.
Head up, facing forward, y'all.
Me and Bailey was talking about cooking earlier today. And like I was telling her, shit, yesterday I went and dropped off some t-shirts to get our merch made and shit. And since I won that little bit of money at bowling, I was like, you know what? I might pull up to the cheesesteak place, grab me a sandwich. I pulled up and I had a real, like, I was looking at the spot. I pulled over. Julian hit me. He said, boy, just go home and make you a sandwich, bro. I'm like, you right, for real. Like, I'm really trying to limit start looking at what I'm eating this year, for real. And like, not trying to just like eat healthy, but just first step, just trying to not be buying food, know what's going into my food because I made it type shit. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
That's what you said. I told Baby was like, well, you ain't really make a health choice. Like,
yeah, it was the better choice, like financially, because you know, even food, you know what I'm saying? Everything's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, you might as well just figure out how to make it at the crib.
yeah, I went home and made a cheesesteak. That bitch was hitting too, boy.
9 times out of 10, that shit at home will probably taste better than what you could get at the spot sometimes. Because when it's like that and you have the option, sometimes I feel like the takeout food literally be nasty as fuck that one time.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did I just spend this money? And for some reason, that shit is not hitting.
$20 for real.
Yeah, and you be ready to throw it away and be pissed off and shit. But when you make it at home, shit, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Or you know what you want it to taste like. So.
My mama been going to a nutritionist.
True.
Recently, and like she been telling me the stuff that she telling her, and like it be like it's that shit that I ain't even know for real. Like all my life we've been eating, when we eat a rotisserie chicken, we have mashed potatoes and corn with it. All my life that's what we've been eating. My mama said, the nutritionist said that's the last thing you should do. She said that corn and potatoes are both starches, so why you eating 2 starches at the same time? Because they do taste good together. You
gotta have something green on there though. That's not a vegetable.
But I ain't never even thought about that. That is 2. Why am I eating 2 starches? You know what I mean? But
I feel like the American diet is, a lot of it is kind of set up like that though. Like eventually you end up having a meal where there's like hella starches. Like, you have to be very like conscious of that. I'm trying to figure out how to lower my cholesterol, so I've stopped eating the fucking plant-based meat. I don't know if that's what's causing it, but I'm ready to eliminate all things.
What is that? Eggs will do it too, I think. Eggs will do it.
So I was Googling and that wasn't necessarily coming up.
It wasn't? What was coming up?
Processed foods,
Processed food, yeah.
you know, carbs turning into sugars
Well, I
in a
got-
certain way
Yeah.
can raise your cholesterol. I need to just be eating bowls of fucking Cheerios or some shit. That's
Good
the
for the
only
heart.
thing, right? But that's the thing.
I'll
The
get the
only
honey
thing
nut.
that I ever knew where it said lower your cholesterol. Cheerios. Okay, duly noted.
For real. But like you said, dude, I definitely be trying to at least put some kind of salad on my plate for dinner every day. I drink a smoothie in the morning, and at nighttime I at least try to, even if it ain't nothing but spinach and onions.
I mean, that sounds, when you said that, that sounds so disgusting.
Even if that's all I got for real.
Just eat the spinach. Spinach and onion sounds so.
And a tomato.
Well, okay.
I mean, but when you got tomato in there, now we working for real. Little
I feel
cucumber. At the beginning of the month, I get down with it, but at the end of the month, sometimes all I gotta be onions and some spinach.
You could just have spinach though. Like that works.
could.
You just gotta have the green on there and at least taking that into consideration. Cause I always tell people that like, and I try not to push it onto everyone cause I'm not the one to eat salads all the time. When I am trying to eat better, I will eat that fucking salad first and then eat the lump food.
True.
Because if you give yourself that moment, like you could eat less of the lump food because you ate that whole salad. Like,
You know what I be doing to make salads more palatable for me? I take my steak and my chicken, I'll lay a bed of spinach down, and I'll lay my protein, my meat on top of it.
For sure.
And then the juice from the meat get on the spinach, and now it's got a nice flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing like I got that from my job for real. When we had a chef for real, he used to like give you the salmon and the spinach would be on the bottom. Like, oh yeah, it's got a little flavor to it. Like, I don't mind eating it then.
sure.
I also been making my own dressings. Been going crazy with the dressings for real.
That's another thing that I have to watch, dude. Dressings are not good for you, even though I love a fucking dressing or
But
a
you
dip.
you like the creamy dressings, or you? I only do the vinaigrettes and shit like
Yeah,
that.
but they have a lot of, it just, sometimes it can have a lot of, making it yourself definitely helps. But like all the girlies know, like dressing, it's like when you're trying to watch it, they'll even say that you're supposed to dip the shit like in the dressing, not pour it all over your salad so that you can use less of it. Because there's
true.
so much sugar.
I show pour it and shake it.
Yeah, I definitely probably do too much with that. Because I eat salads often,
Like
but I probably
really,
put too much.
dressing, all the dressing I did, I always do. I do olive oil. Now I just bought the balsamic vinegar. That shit is fire. For
That's
real.
my favorite.
But I
That's
used to
my
just do the regular vinegar. I do a little Dijon mustard, just a little bit. And I might throw some honey, Italian seasoning, whisk it up.
Facts.
Shit, fire. Yes, sir. We're back, yo. Shout out Rich Jones, man. That's my boy, G.
Yeah.
We gonna get he got to come back up here soon for real,
Yes,
yo.
what a good dude. Cheers.
Hell
to
yeah.
you.
What you want to talk about first? For real?
Listen, because I be on Twitter, right? And I, just be doom scrolling, and there's so much insane shit on Twitter. But
Twitter crazy now.
Twitter is crazy as fuck. I feel like it's always been crazy, and I know like Musty is
It's
in
very
charge.
musty.
Well, I know he's like in charge of it now or whatever, but it's
like-
always been insane.
Every
But-
video you swipe up is him on the stage.
No, dead ass.
Like, what the
Literally
fuck?
that, like really sucking the dick.
And then it be ass.
Yeah, all the porn. But I saw this picture of Pharrell, and I immediately had to send it to Perry because I was like, hold on a second.
I was already I already seen it. I already seen all the jokes for real.
And I don't even want to make the jokes because,
I ain't gonna make no jokes. I held him with the utmost respect.
I mean, I used to.
I do.
Well, donating money to the Israeli armed forces
Did
is
he
like
do
a
that?
really, yes, he did that. And years before the war, but that's a topic for
Another time.
Another time.
We talking about him. He had on these bell bottoms and he was like switching his hips in the photo, standing there with his wife for real in some very feminine clothing. So niggas go make fun of him. But like, gee, that's
It wasn't very feminine clothing.
but how he was wearing it was. They said he looked at like Boricua from outside of a bodega for real.
Yeah, they said that he looked like why is Pharrell dressed like a New Jersey mom?
But no, I fuck with that. He like trying to bend, like he did that. I feel like he did that very, very like purposefully. Like he knew what he was doing when he took that photo. Cause like I said, he got his wife next to him. His wife is in
A
suit, all masculine shit.
Yeah.
And he got on some more feminine looking shit. And it's just like, playing with your ideas of what some clothing is, because like it's bottom line is still pants and a shirt and a jacket.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
but blending those gender roles as far as clothing is concerned, the male and female thing.
That's one thing. I am a very traditional nigga, but I have always fucked with the blending of gender within fashion and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Because it makes people who don't just, accept people for who they are, it makes them so uncomfortable. It's like the most punk rock thing you could do. Yeah. I'm just wearing clothes and it's literally infuriating.
Yeah,
people.
I mean, literally, that's where that energy come from for me. Yeah. It come from me on that, one, and two, because when I think of fashion, I think of like trying new ways and new things to do things, and women's fashion pushes boundaries and men's fashion a lot of times don't push boundaries.
I feel that.
And I understand why, for real, because like in the highest masculine form, like physical vanity there's no place for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's why niggas be shaving their heads and shit. I saw this one shit, niggas be getting their eyelashes cut.
I feel like I saw something like that, but I felt like it was like a trolling video. But like cut for what? Why? Because they're too long?
Because like when you on that highest masculine, it's like scale, like anything vanity, I'm here to work, I'm here to do shit. They're like that's why niggas be like I said, shaving. That's why niggas cut their head. Had no hair. That's why niggas like wear like Carhartt and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
just trying to be the manliest
anything.
Man.
Yeah, because like the way they look at it is like anything that's trying to catch your attention visually and not by catching your attention about shit that I'm actually making and doing is feminine for real. I don't believe in it. But that's what I'm saying. But that's why I've always fucked with that, because like I like the idea of like pushing the boundaries with shit. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And like women's clothing is always push the boundary. Men's clothing whenever you start to push the boundary too much with men's clothing, it gets zesty, which I don't mind. Look at Young Thug on the screen right now.
Literally that. Well, Lil Keed, R.I.P.
That's Thug.
Oh, I thought that was a different video. But yeah, I've always fucked with this. And I feel like I've talked to you about this before, because me and Perry have always been allies to like the gay and queer community, like be at Boys Town, like been at the raves and shit like that. There's a term called trade, which is what I've always loved. Like when men wear something that might look feminine to everyone else, I like kind of fuck with that, because trade is essentially like if you can't clock if male presenting is like gay or not. And like they look good.
Oh, I did not know that.
But like, it's like trade, right? Like, cause they could be gay as hell.
It makes sense.
And like just look good, like fine. And you're like, God damn.
I just thought that was just a nigga that you was fucking with, but that makes sense to me.
Yeah, trade. Trade. I fucks with it. Cause I mean, like, Young Thug wearing like the dress and stuff, and like just like even wearing like really tight clothes and stuff, like it's still just like a different way to express yourself. And I don't know, I might be blending my own like preference in there, but it's just like just showing it like how I guess a woman would. And I know you're a male, but it's just like, okay, a woman wear tight clothes. Like if a dude, wears the tight clothes, like I look at it almost in the same way. Like you're doing like a thing, and like I don't look at it as like gay or not. It's just like it's all hot at the end of the day. I fucks with it. If you wear some girl shit and you're a male or male presenting, more power to you, dude. Make these people mad. Keep them mad, just like Thug said.
But I do appreciate that niggas was on the internet like not letting niggas get these jokes off about for real. I've seen a lot of people being like, look, it's Louis Vuitton. He's like, I might style like that too if I'm head to toe Louis. You know what I mean?
I would want more straight men to be thinking like that. Even though I feel like that's kind of loud, because like whatever.
Niggas was like, he brought us the clips. He brought us the clips, man. You can't say nothing. They had his discography out there. Seeing Sounds? Come on, man. These is classics for real. Classics that's ingrained in black culture, from little kid listening to the new shit that just came out to my grandma loving Happy. You know what I'm saying? For real, music spans all of our people, for real.
Yeah, but when I was looking at the comments underneath that photo, like you get some of those, but then you get a lot of them like, damn, Hollywood is like a crazy evil place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As if, and like, of course, there's some comments that are like talking about Diddy and stuff, like as if all of this is like like associated with everything because they're just trying to make it like a negative thing because he's wearing like bell bottoms. I'm like, damn, I promise you.
Well, you know, that's what niggas do for real.
Right.
You know, like it's all like you like. I'm sure you already know. I already know your pops and talk like the niggas in the dress type shit.
Yeah.
Like it's always some shit that go way back to like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't want to bring up them days, but you know them days I'm talking about for real.
Yes.
So like, yeah, it our culture is definitely. It's definitely a thing for real. And like a lot of times, like old niggas feel like you should know all of that shit before you put that shit on, which I'm not mad at them saying that for real. You know what I'm saying? Before you put it on, you should know the history of like shit that didn't happen in real life.
I feel that, but also just like
that don't mean I shouldn't wear it though.
for sure. Yeah, like
But understand
artistic expression. I feel like you don't have to though because it is a different generation, and the only reason why like these older black men will like say something about it is like just trying to be like, yeah, you should know better type shit, but in such a negative connotation.
Yeah, they said that like you should know better, but like when I say that you should say it, you should know it because you should know the story, and we shouldn't let that shit get forgotten type shit.
I feel that. I guess if you're just not, I'd be trying to slow myself down because again, just like the way
really
my
sad.
dad
Really
has
sad
been
for
about all this shit, like I'd be getting irritated in my chest because I just think about maybe somebody who didn't grow up like me, who maybe wanted to push those boundaries. I just feel like almost if they're not at a place where they're looking at the negative connotation, like let them just express themselves. Because if they end up having the conversation and someone asks them, they can just express it like that instead of, I guess, going straight to like the racial conflict and everything where it felt like they, American media was literally putting the black man in the dress. Like if that nigga wants to wear girl pants, dog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
let him wear them and don't hold him like where he has to know it unless it's a situation where you can see that they're literally clowning this person, you know?
I just want our history to be forgotten. And if you do that, if you painting your nails and you doing shit, just know what had happened in the past for real.
Yeah,
I'm not saying don't do it because I do it.
Yeah,
I do it all the time for real.
If you don't learn your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Because look, I was watching this. This remind me. I was watching this movie last night for real. It was with what's Buddy name? The nigga that in the early 2000s, if you couldn't afford Michael Cera, you got the other nigga. The nigga from Zombieland.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. You couldn't get Michael Cera, you went and got him for real.
I'm crying.
But he put out a new movie on Hulu. It's called Real Pain. It's a comedy movie. It's about him and then his cousin. He like a straight laced like dude or whatever, and his cousin is like a nigga that smoke bud and shit, listen to music and shit. And they grandmama died, and she was like a Holocaust survivor. So since she died, they was like, we need to go back and go look at the history. So they go to Poland and they like tour all of like the Jewish like concentration camps and shit. And like, it's a funny movie. It's like a funny about him and his cousin getting to it because he lame and his cousin like, you know what I'm saying? One of them type movies. But they do, it's called Real Pain because they do the message in it is about like experiencing like things that your ancestors, like bad things, and like understanding like your ancestry and shit like that. And it remind me, that conversation we just had kind of remind me of that shit too.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. You should watch it. It's definitely funny.
I'll check it out. Yeah, it's definitely that. Yeah, they should know it. You're right. I just don't want anything to like cloud genuine, authentic expression. And again, I'm trying to work on the always making it and talking about the heaviest parts of a conversation and maybe just letting artists be and stuff. But like definitely, I don't want our history to be forgotten either. And like, if you're gonna offend people, or and I don't want to say offend, but like if you were gonna like talk shit and stuff, just knowing where it's coming from, so you can stay 10 toes down on why you're, and without, because just know people are gonna clown you. You should have the right tools to know where that's coming from instead of just looking at it like somebody clowning you. Like,
For real, hell yeah. You seen these new AI niggas they got on Instagram? They got niggas on Instagram that'll follow you and be talking and be commenting on your shit and shit. You click on their profile.
It's not the sex bots?
No, it'd be a whole. I mean, this is those too, but it'll say on the thing, Meta created AI.
What the fuck?
Swear to God, G. Someone followed me the other day. I guess just to hype people up so they keep on being on the app for real.
See, things are just. I don't understand
It's
how that
weird.
hypes up though, because then I
It
feel
hypes
like,
it up because like niggas that think that people actually engaging with them, so they more likely to engage on the app. Because there's probably a lot of niggas that's on the app that don't nobody talk to because they lame. For real. And like that, they got now it's people that'll actually come and find you and talk to you type shit, but they not even real. It's stupid.
I just feel like if you click onto their profile, like, is it a whole profile?
It's a whole profile, pictures and everything, stories. And
don't
it'll
know.
say it on there. AI
I would have to
created
see it
Meta.
to
I'm
have
gonna show you one, but it say when you click on their profile, Meta created AI, and they doing a lot of that shit right now. I know we talk about a lot of AI, but Spotify doing the same thing. Spotify is generating. It's about this year. They said they starting to generate their own AI music, and they just gonna. That's what's gonna be on like the playlist when you hop on there. That Spotify created music. You kind of like phase out the artists and shit.
What is AI music though? Like what?
They just generate songs that sound like everything else, that like filler songs. So like you'll be going through your playlist and like it might be 5 artists and then 5 fucking AI generated ones. You wouldn't even know. You'd be like, oh, I like this song.
Wow.
And not even know that that's what it is for real.
That shit is fucking crazy.
That shit
dude.
crazy for real. That's
And
why
I know we talked about AI when it first was about to come and there was going to be all these changes. And I was like asking Jimmy, like, well, what is it like?
Yeah.
What does it all mean? And like, yeah, things are getting crazy out here with the AI.
Because that
shit.
way they ain't got to pay nobody. Like half of these people won't even notice that it's an AI song. They're not even going to click on it to see that it says AI.
Right.
They just going to
be
save the
listening.
song.
Yeah.
And then eventually half of your library going to be AI songs that they don't have to pay nobody for you to listen to.
That shit just, it just sound like
But the
insane.
But the thing is, G, I work in design, art and design and shit. And like I'm getting to the point that I could look at shit, I could definitely tell. Like it make me not even want to use none of this shit for real. Like I was doing our album cover for me and Jamal shit, and I was like specifically trying to stay away from using that shit because I can look at the image and tell for even it can look real as hell. It's almost sort of like what I was thinking about was remember when Dreamcast first came out and we was like, damn, graphics look good as hell. PlayStation 2 came out, I was like, damn, it look real.
yeah.
But now when you go back and look at it, you be like, this shit look
Fake as hell.
fake as hell. Like I went back and watched The Matrix. I was like, this shit look fake as hell for real.
Yeah.
You know, but when I first saw it, it looked real for real. I'm getting to that point with AI for real.
Just seeing it so much. Yeah, I feel you. I can definitely tell it now too. But with what you were saying about working in graphic design and art, like in your job, when we were talking about AI, I was just trying to, maybe ride the fence a little bit. And that's why I was asking Jimmy, because I was just like, at that point, I'd only seen AI art and it was like those weirdo kind of videos and that look really trippy. And I was like, what's the harm in this? But also I've seen AI generated images and I'm just like, in my head, I started feeling a way just like how I felt when everyone started making art on their iPad. It's just like, it's starting to encroach on what I do. And there won't be a job for me anymore in the art world because, no one will want to buy art from me anymore because they can just get it
You just
AI
gotta
generated.
figure out how to use it and incorporate it into your shit for real. Like for example, when I did the artwork, I wanted to put a suitcase in a room for real, and I was like trying to AI suitcases in an empty room and shit. Everything looked fake. What I ended up doing was finding a real room that I liked and then just animate the suitcase. You know what I'm saying? You got to use it like that. Like at work, like I'll be needing photos and I'm like, oh, this photo don't fit in this, it's too wide or whatever. I might just generate the side, put a gradient on it so you could barely tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do shit like that. Like use it within your own workflow. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah. I see people using it as a full-fledged thing. And like, they were even talking about it at my job. Just a line of business at my job, I think is going to get laid off literally on this AI shit because the company, the way it's being used, their team like doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
like,
It was crazy.
At this point, I'm so anti AI, so anti algorithm, all of that shit, G. Like I really believe that since I'm noticing it now, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's noticing. I really feel like it's gonna be like a return back to like physical goods and physical media, physical spaces and shit like that. Because like
the internet is now.
it's nasty for real. It's really nasty for real. And it's to the point that you can't tell you can't tell what's real and not what's real to the eye, but like when a movement is real, or like you can't tell when the culture is being shifted by something real or if it's bullshit.
Yes, by something you clicked on or something that you interacted with, and now your feed specifically looks in this certain way. Yeah, it could create a bunch of fake news, fake like reality for yourself because it's attacking our social media.
Yeah, and like I think it's gonna be a return back to like nigga, like we was robbed that this pandemic, like. We was robbed of like the feeling of going outside for real. Yeah. And like now we didn't get comfortable
being inside.
You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like it's gonna go back to small, intimate things. Like come out. I'm not even trying to pack out the party. I'm just trying to have it small and intimate. You know what I'm saying? Talk to people and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like we finna go in this year for specific, because I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
That feel that way for real. Like,
hell yeah. I've seen a lot of people rejecting all of this shit. Right when Grand Chatito went into the office, everyone was talking about like the way that they're gonna hop off of this shit, because like they're just irritated because some of these people like makes half of their money like content creating, and it's just like the algorithm changing and stuff, like it's fucking with their pockets, like, and they're trying to stay consistent. Like everyone was so scared that TikTok was gonna get banned. It didn't, but the people who are on there right now were like, they can feel the change because this was literally part of their job. Yeah. And it's not going in their favor anymore because everything is like orchestrated now. It's not a natural algorithm. It's like specifically orchestrated. So we're specifically able to see certain things.
But that's what I'm talking about, because a lot of people got like these days like a false sense of like cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you understand, like a lot of times the only reason a motherfucker is I'm not saying, because people definitely be putting in that work, and I know it's a lot of work to stay consistent, stay keeping up quality posts and like quality content and shit like that. But at the same time, you know the rules that you got to play by in order to get that for real.
That part.
It don't have nothing to do with the quality of the content for real. The quality of the content is once you already in that community or whatever. But like as far as discovery go, like a lot the accounts with the most engagement be cell phone videos from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the quality. It's about what they allow to make pop. And like you said, they feel that shift on TikTok because now TikTok had to regulate with what, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to be here, y'all gonna have to do what we tell y'all to do for real. So now they push it same way they push on Instagram and shit.
Yeah, man.
They pushing what they want to be on now. And it's like, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a fake dictation of cool for real.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like they make it all look a certain way because they can for real. It's not. It ain't just naturally happen like that. Like they picking and choosing who giving us money.
Yeah.
Who pushing a cause that's gonna benefit us? Because it's all private businesses.
Right.
So shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. We might all have to hop off the net, dog, and start networking again in person and interacting.
Discord. Holler at us on the website, like come to facevaluepodcast.com and like holler. We got a blog up there, like interact with us there. Like we was interacting on the internet before these niggas started this shit before. I seen another thing and it was talking about how it's crazy because like our devices, the capability of the internet has gotten so wide, but our attention on the internet has gotten small.
Yes.
Because back in the day, it was mad different websites. We was on mad different websites. We was on Tumblr. We was on LiveJournal. We had to go to PhotoBucket to get this. We got our news. We was on Flipboard. We was going to different sites. You know what I'm saying? These days, niggas don't even open up the browser.
For real.
You go right to Instagram.
Yep, immediately.
And you constrain, like a lot of people's whole internet is constrained into Instagram, into Twitter. We used to browse the whole web for real.
Hell yeah, dude. That's so fucking real, man. We're the last internet kids of our time.
I feel like the people, like I said, the people noticing all of this shit. I'm not the only person that's noticing it for real. Sure. And like I hope that like that, because that's the direction I'm going. I'm going to like, I want to go on website. I want to go to your website. I don't want to go to your Instagram.
For sure. Yeah. Give somebody something else to look at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fucking real, man. We got to move with the motions. We got to adapt to the surroundings, dude, so we can survive as artists and free thinkers.
Hell yeah.
Because they're filtering the fuck out of this shit right now.
Hell yeah. But shit, we got anything else?
I don't think so, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and play some Jada Kiss for y'all, man. Like
Period.
I said, come holler at us February 8th. Come holler at us. That's at Lincoln Hall, by the way. Come holler at us February 15th. Come holler at us February 23rd. Come holler at us February 24th. Let's get it.
I already know.